What's up, NBA fans? Another mock draft is on the way. My fourth one of the pre-draft process. This one features a major shakeup, a trade inside the top 10, so stay tuned for what team makes that move up. There are a lot of rumors surrounding the top 10, a lot of movement possible as we are just 3 weeks away from the NBA draft. We are also under 40 subscribers away from 376,000 here at Chat Sports. So help us make history by getting us to 376K. We're 38 subscribers away. Hit that sub button. We'll be live for both days of the NBA draft as well. So join us for that. You won't want to miss a thing. All right, we'll start with number 1, and the Atlanta Hawks go with Zaccharie Risacher. A different pick here as my previous 3 mock drafts all featured Alex Sarr being the number 1 overall pick. All reports kind of suggest that Risacher will be either a 1 or a 2, but I think the Hawks go with him here. Let's switch it up. They keep Clint Capella. Risacher is someone who plays off-ball movement really well, good three-point shot, quick release, could benefit very nicely from having Trae Young or DeJounte Murray playmake for him. Which leaves Alex Sarr to number 2 with the Washington Wizards. This is a dream pick if you're Washington. You just hope that Sarr falls to you, as you don't have a true center. You traded away Daniel Gafford. You don't really have anyone there. Kyle Kuzma had to play small ball center at times for you a year ago. So you get Alex Sarr falling to you here. You would be over the moon with that selection, maybe creating a front court of Sarr and Kuzma if Kuzma's not on the move. And then here's the trade. The Grizzlies move up to the 3rd overall pick. The Houston Rockets have been rumored to be shopping this pick. Well, shopping might be a strong word, but the Grizzlies want to move up. The Rockets could look to upgrade their roster by moving that 3rd overall pick for a proven veteran. And the Grizzlies have one player in mind to move up to 3 to get, and that is Donovan Clingan, the center from UConn. Clingan is just an absolute behemoth, 7 feet tall, long wingspan, 280 pounds. The Grizzlies would like to create a front court duo of Jaren Jackson Jr. and Donovan Clingan, and maybe bring Clingan off the bench for year 1 and have Jackson play the 5. But either way, the Grizzlies really want Clingan. We'll see if they end up making a deal to trade up and go get the UConn center. But the question is, what will the Rockets do? Will they end up keeping or trading that pick at number 3 overall? There's a lot of buzz surrounding Mikal Bridges. I don't know if number 3 is going to get it done with the Brooklyn Nets. But will the Rockets trade back from number 3? Type Y for yes or type N for no. The San Antonio Spurs get the front court mate with Victor Wembanyama in the form of Matas Buzelis, one of my favorite players in the class. He's my 3rd overall ranked prospect. As elite as a defender that you'll find, versatile, has been developing a jump shot, has a really strong mentality. I like the competitive fire in this young man. In the front court duo, Buzelis and Wembanyama could be the best defensive front court for the next 10 seasons. That's how good he is. That's how good Wembanyama is. The Pistons would love to get Buzelis, but with him off the board, they shift to a different forward in the form of Cody Williams, the forward from Colorado. Williams, the younger brother of Jalen Williams, who is on the Oklahoma City Thunder. Really good size to him, good length, can shoot the 3 ball, can defend, move his feet. Is a good connecting piece to potentially pair up with Jalen Duren, Cade Cunningham, and Ausar Thompson. Cody Williams would be a great fit for the Pistons. Reed Sheppard, the guard from Kentucky, heading to the Charlotte Hornets with the 6th overall pick. I debated Stephon Castle here, but I went with Sheppard because I think he flows better with LaMelo Ball, and that is something that is intriguing to me. LaMelo Ball is a solid player off ball. He doesn't need the ball in his hands consistently. Sheppard can kind of take some of that playmaking responsibility, but Sheppard can also fill any role you need. You need a lockdown defender on the outside, he can do it. Average 2.5 steals a game for Kentucky. You need a 3-point marksman coming off pin downs and screens. Yeah, he shot 52.5% from 3 for the Wildcats. He can do it all. Would be a great backcourt mate for LaMelo Ball. Dalton Knecht here from Tennessee, heading over to the Portland Trail Blazers at 7. They need a connecting piece in that wing area as well, bringing their guards to their big men. Knecht, the best volume three-point shooter in the class, shot 39.7% from beyond the arc a season ago on 7+ attempts. Connect can be a Buddy Hield-esque player early in his career. I'm a big fan of the forward from Tennessee, and I like his fit next to a Shaedon Sharpe, and Anfernee Simons, and Scoot Henderson. This is where Stephon Castle ends up going, number 8 here, the second first-round pick for the San Antonio Spurs. Castle reportedly wants to just be a point guard in the NBA. We'll see how that fares, but if the Spurs were able to go Buzelis into Castle, they would have the best first round out of anyone, no matter what. I like Castle's game. See if he can transition back to that point guard duties he had in high school when he was a 5-star recruit, as he was kind of a 2 or 3 for UConn this past year. The Rockets, after trading back with the Grizzlies, take Ron Holland, the forward from the G League Ignite, at number 9. Ron Holland was someone who was looked at to be the number 1 overall pick in this draft, but ultimately fell down boards after an inefficient season for the G League Ignite. Still averaged 20 points a night for the Ignite, but he did not showcase what the scouts wanted him to, right? The jumper was a big question for Ron Holland. That did not show up in the G League. Shot under 30% from beyond the arc. Got a lot of his points off volume, not really efficient. One thing is clear with Holland, great defender, great athleticism, can be a rotation player year 1 due to that defense, but the offensive spacing with Holland might be in question. Nikola Topic. Oh, my sweet prince. I love this kid, and I think he's an absolute stud. He's going to be great in the NBA. He's got a great feel, good IQ, best playmaker in this class, but he has a partially torn ACL, as some medicals revealed just a couple days ago. Topic, who I would think would be a good pick for the Spurs at number 4 to pair with Wemby. Topic falls all the way to 10, where the Utah Jazz scoop him up to pair him up potentially with Keontae George in that backcourt long term. It'd be a great pick for Topic. And if he ends up falling due to injury, whatever team selects him in the later part of the lottery is going to be a very happy team when he returns halfway through the regular season or redshirts the entire year. I love Topic. I love his feel. Young player at 18. He's going to be stud in the NBA. How far will Topic fall after the injury news? A partially torn ACL is no joke, folks. We'll see how far he actually slides down boards. I still think he's going to be a lottery pick. I'd likely project him to still be top 10 as well, as I have him going to 10th to the Utah Jazz. But let me know where Topic ends up going in the draft. 11, Devin Carter from Providence heading to the Chicago Bulls. They can use someone off the bench or honestly slide in that starting lineup if DeMar DeRozan leaves in free agency. Carter, one of the most athletic guards in the class, great wingspan, averaged 8.5 rebounds for a 6'2 player in the Big East. Just exceptional work from him. There's reports out there that he received a promise from a team in the lottery. Maybe it's the Bulls. The Thunder need to add more size alongside Chet Holmgren, that is for sure. Kel'el Ware is the pick here from Indiana. A lot of upside with Ware, but the baseline is a little low. I'm also skeptical of his motor, as he had questions about that in his freshman year for Oregon before transferring to Indiana. Ware is someone that if he hits and he competes on a daily basis could be an unbelievable front court mate with Chet Holmgren. The Kings take Rob Dillingham from Kentucky at 13, and ironically enough, I think he's very similar to like a Bones Highland, but honestly, you could say he's a little bit of a smaller Malik Monk, and Malik Monk is likely going to get $20+ million in free agency, and the Kings are just not going to pay that. So could they draft Malik Monk's replacement from his alma mater in Rob Dillingham? The last pick of the lottery is Jacoby Walter from Baylor. I'm a fan of this kid. He's sliding down boards a little bit, but he possesses a smooth three-point stroke, was a 5-star recruit before his freshman campaign at Baylor. Struggled down the end of the season, but Walter's someone that has the potential to be a 3-and-D 2/3 in the NBA, and Portland, just in the business of getting good basketball players, could be all over Walter. Last pick right here before we get into the second half of the first round, Jared McCain heading to the Miami Heat, the guard from Duke. The Heat just need more shooting. They need more guard help, and McCain could be that guy. He shot above 40% from 3 a year ago for the Blue Devils on a lot of attempts, was efficient, can get back to his high school days of handling the ball, being an initiator, being a playmaker, but right away for the Heat's staff and system to get their hands on his shooting ability, it'd be very much welcome to be off the bench. Second half of the draft, or mock draft, coming up in just a second, but we are sponsored by Prize Picks, the best daily fantasy sports app in North America. Join more than 5 million members playing on a daily basis. All you do is pick more or less on 2 to more player stat projections, and you can have a shot to win up to 100 times your cash. Yeah, you heard that right. You can turn 10 into 1,000 with just a single game watching your favorite sports this summer. They also have great promotions. PrizePicks has you covered on a weekly basis, from lowering select player stats projections on Tuesdays, which increases your chances of getting a win, to getting your entry fees back if you have a losing lineup on Fridays. There's so many different sports you can choose from as well. You can go to the fantasy or the esports game. You can go to Call of Duty. You can go to League of Legends. You got it all. You can also go to the NFL season-long projections, which is I did today. More than on Tua Tagovailoa, 27.5 passing touchdowns. I'll also pair that with more than on Tyreek Hill, 9.5 receiving touchdowns. Little Dolphins tandem there, I think, are going to work really well together this season once again. So get started today with Prize Picks. Download the app and use code CLNS for a first deposit match up to $100. Or click on that link in the description and comments, prizepicks.com/CLNS. Use code CLNS for a first deposit match up to $100. Carlton Carrington, a.k.a. Bub Carrington, the pick here for the 76ers at 16. One of the biggest risers in this class as well, skyrocketing off big boards. Could the 76ers look to pair Carrington and Tyrese Maxey in the backcourt? Carrington was not projected to be an NBA player coming into his freshman campaign for the Pittsburgh Panthers. Had a great year for Jeff Capel, good size at 6'5". Carrington is someone who impressed at the Combine as well. Watch for him to go sneaky into the lottery. Lakers look to add a win now piece in Tristan da Silva, the forward from Colorado. Great size on him, 6'7", 6'8", plus wingspan. They can find him off the bench, be that 7th, 8th man, be what they thought Taurean Prince was going to be this past season in da Silva. I like his game and will impact the team trying to win right away. The Magic need guard help, and maybe they draft Isaiah Collier, the guard from USC. Really solid ball handler and finisher around the rim. 6'4", 6'5", gets downhill and finishes with around the rim at a high clip. The only issue with Collier, well, he's not the best jump shooter, and he disappointed for the Trojans a year ago. But if he's able to develop a jumper, my oh my, could he be a steal of the draft. Zach Edey, the big man from Purdue, heads to Toronto here with pick number 19. Jakob Poeltl is their starting center right now, but maybe they want to get a better backup, and Edey could be that guy. I think he goes in the first round. I don't really think he's the best player. I don't really think he deserves to be a first-round pick, if we're going to be honest. I believe he does go due to his size and team interest. I think the Raptors would be a good home for Zach Edey. What team will draft the 2-time Naismith Player of the Year, Wooden Award? He's got all the awards you can think of in the college basketball level. What team's going to take the chance on the 7'4" center? Another center here, Kyle Filipowski, going to the Cleveland Cavaliers with pick 20. A lot of buzz out there that Jarrett Allen could be on the move this offseason via trade. They move Evan Mobley to the 5. Kyle Filipowski comes off the bench to be his backup center. Tristan Thompson was their backup center this year, man. Yeah, that can't happen again. I like Filipowski's fit with Cleveland at 20. Yves Missi. So we have 3 straight centers here off the board, heading to the Pelicans with pick 21. Jonas Valanciunas is a free agent. If he ends up leaving and going elsewhere, they're going to need to replace that front court piece, and Yves Missi could be that guy. Super athletic center from Baylor, good rebounder, excellent shot blocker, good fit next to Zion Williamson. Tyler Smith, the forward from the G League Ignite. Really good length on this kid. 6'10", 6'11", +3, +4 wingspan. He heads to the Phoenix Suns here. Coming off the bench to help out Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, as someone who could run in transition, fill the lanes as those 3 like to get out and push it. Tyler Smith will, I think, be able to help a team year 1 just due to his athleticism and defense. There's a lot to be desired, though, on the offensive end. If he could develop a jumper, look out. Tyler Kolek, the lefty from Marquette, heads to the Milwaukee Bucks at pick 23. They need a backup point guard. Who knows if Pat Bev will return this season. Kolek learning under Damian Lillard feels like a cheat code. Kolek is one of the most smart and high IQ players in this class. Good jumper, good playmaker, good fit for Milwaukee. Knicks have back-to-back picks. We could really show both here. Tajani Saloon and Jalen Tyson. Saloon has a lot of upside. Forward, 6'9", 6'10", really good athlete, can play that dunker position. Might take some time to contribute to a rotation that is trying to win now, which is why you take Jalen Tyson, who I believe is very similar to a Caleb Martin type player of the Miami Heat, and he would fit very well as that 7th, 8th man off the bench for Tom Thibodeau. I like the pair here if they keep both picks for the Knicks. Boby Klintman starts our final 5 selections, the forward who went to Wake Forest and then went overseas after declaring for the draft, coming out, and then goes overseas. Kind of an odd situation. Similar play style to Kyle Kuzma, if you ask me, which is why I think it would be a good pick here for the Wizards at 26. You have him learn from Kyle Kuzma, or he could be the Kyle Kuzma replacement if you deal him this offseason. Johnny Furphy is just a stud, man. I like Furphy. He's got a really good talent, good smooth shot, quick release. It looks pretty, repeatable. I think he's one of the best three-point shooters in this draft. Falling to the Timberwolves probably wouldn't help him wallet-wise, but it would help his career being able to work off of Anthony Edwards and company. Deron Holmes, the center from Dayton, finds a home at Denver with pick 28. There's rumors out there that Deron Holmes has received a promise from a team in the first round that they'll take him if he's there, which has led Holmes to cancel some workouts. Don't know if I buy that, but if there was a team to do it, it might be Denver, as they are looking for a backup center to Nikola Jokic. Keyshawn George, the freshman from Miami here at 29. Utah has a long road to go before they can be competitive in the postseason yet again. So with their second pick in this first round, they take Keyshawn George. They end up with Topic and George in this first round. 2 young players at 18, 19 years old with a lot of upside, positional versatility, and good length. Yeah, I think the Utah fans would be quite happy about that fit. Final pick in this first round in mock draft, Baylor Shireman, the forward from Creighton heading to the Boston Celtics. He is just someone who is going to be good right away. He can score. The defense is a question, but he's got a great three-point shot on him. The lefty from the Blue Jays is going to have a role year one in the NBA. Could he be a Sam Hauser type player for Boston? Probably. Shireman's going to have suitors in the first round. I wouldn't be shocked if he goes closer to the 20 range than the 30 range. I like Shireman and his ability to score the basketball at all 3 levels. All right, that's it. 30 picks on this mock draft. Grade it for me down below. It's my 4th one. We'll probably do one on a weekly basis leading up to the draft on June 26th. So this was 4. We'll probably have 5, 6, 7 total. So 3 more to go on a weekly basis. But grade this one A, B, C, D, or F. Make sure you are also following me on Twitter at Nick_Rohloff is the handle. I'm talking basketball every single day, specifically around the NBA draft. So if you want more content in between our draft videos on Chat Sports, my Twitter is the best place to find it, at Nick_Rohloff. I'll see you next week with more draft content. Peace out.